So 3,000 point battle report coming up. It's going to be 30k, so I have 2 Age of Darkness detachments. First one, I have a D-Thirster with Armor Bane, Flesh Bane, and 4 Up Feel No Pain. I have a Herald of Khorne with Hatred, Loki, Beta Blood, and Axicorn. Another D-Thirster with 4 Up Feel No Pain and +1 Wound It Will Not Die. A unit of 3 Blood Crushers, Blood Slaughterer, a unit of Bloodletters, and another unit of 5 Blood Crushers, but this one has Herald with a greater gift, and it's with a lesser gift, and it's an Axe of Khorne. And then I have 2 Soul Grinders of Nurgle, both with Phlegm, and 3 Great Unclean Ones. This one's the Warlord here, and he has, for his gifts and psychic abilities, he has +1 Wound, It Will Not Die, the Bale Sword, and the Plague Flail. He has Warp Speed, Endurance, and Hemorrhage. This guy here with the square base has Armor Bane, Flesh Bane, Reroll and Vulnerable Saves, Plague Flail, Warp Speed, Endurance, and Hemorrhage for the psychic powers again. And then the last guy, this one over here, has Bale Sword, +1 Wound, It Will Not Die, Plague Flail, Iron Arm, Endurance, and Hemorrhage. And then I have 3 separate units of 1 Beasts of Nurgle, a unit of Nurglings, a unit of 10 Plague Bearers, and another unit of 10 Plague Bearers. And that's 3,000 points of Nurgle and Khorne Demons. Going to be playing Solar Auxilia with some Militia allied today. And we'll take a look at those.
Okay, on the Imperial side, I'll have a beleaguered militia army here with my Force Commander. He's got the Planetary Overlord, 1 unit of autocannons, 1 unit of militia, and an Executioner with heavy bolter side sponsons. And then in the Age of Darkness detachment, I've got my HQ, which is a command section with plasma gun, grenade launcher, 3 units of veteranari with rotor cannons. This unit here has a plasma gun and grenade launcher. The other 2 units just have the rotor cannons, and this unit, the brown one here, has the Troop Master in it. Over here I have the regular las rifle section, melta bombs on all the sergeants, and defensive grenades on these 3 units. In elites, I just have this quad gun, and then for heavy support, I have 1 Medusa and the Malkador. And fast attack, I have 1 squadron of Vanquishers and 1 squadron of battle tanks, and the Primaris Lightning Strike Fighter coming in. And the tank commanders will go in 1 in the Vanquisher squad with Monster Hunter, and 1 in the battle tank squad with Monster Hunter. So this one and this one. Alright.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Here's the board that we're going to be playing on. We rolled up Relic and we rolled up Dawn of War, so just straightforward deployment. There's the Relic in the middle of the courtyard. Yeah, it's going to be pretty great. Yeah. Okay, Imperial Guard deployment. We've got the quad gun over here in the ruins, the Malkador beside it. Back behind the building, I've got the Medusa with the Troop Master's unit of Veteranari up here. The Militia Levy Squad with, they actually have las locks, so strength 4 las guns, 18 inches. Here is the 2 Vanquishers. Up here is 1 unit of Veteranari. Down here is the other unit of Veteranari, this one with the special weapons. Hidden away here is the transport with the 20-man las rifle section in it. We've got the Executioner in the building here with the command squad that I also joined the Force Commander to. The autocannons at the top. and the 2 battle tanks over here on the edge. So on to Demon deployment.
So here's Demon deployment. We have the first D-Thirster on the far flank here, followed up by a Soul Grinder, and then 10 Plague Bearers, another Bloodthirster in the runes here, a Great Unclean One with a Beast of Nurgle in front of it, 10 Bloodletters, another Great Unclean One with another Beast of Nurgle in front of it, 10 Plague Bearers in the tower with a few more behind them, Soul Grinder behind those guys, Blood Slaughterer there. We have 3 Blood Crushers coming up through that gap, 5 with the Herald in it coming up on this flank here, and the last Great Unclean One with another Beast of Nurgle in that building. Heading across the battlefield there. So Demons, roll into season initiative now. Come on, Papa Nurgle. No, not today.
Okay. End of Solar Auxilia movement phase. I want to get a good shooting phase in here after he didn't see, so I only just kind of shuffled forward so that I have sort of lines of sight. The Demon player went for Night Fight and got it, so it's going to be lots of cover saves here. So I don't want to get myself into charge range though, that's for sure. Alright. On to shooting phase, since I had no psychers. End of Solar Auxilia shooting phase. Blew the combat arm off of the Soul Grinder here. Killed a couple of Plague Bearers with lasgun fire. Over here, the quad mortar landed and killed half of that squad. Killed the Beast of Nurgle from out front of the Greater Demon. And over here, I managed to put a few wounds through onto this unit. The Herald's the one here with 2 left. And yeah, so go ahead, Demons turn 1.
So this is what the board's looking like after the Demon movement phase turn 1. Bloodthirster moved up here, coming around the side. Other Bloodthirster moved up to kind of support it. Soul Grinder just kind of stayed still. Plague Bearers moved up a bit. The Beast of Nurgle and the one Nurgling base jumped around the relic, but neither one of them has the relic. Over here, the Bloodletters moved up, the 2 Great Unclean Ones moved up behind them, and the Plague Bearers advanced through that really dark building a bit. Soul Grinder coming up behind them. Blood Slaughterer coming up behind the 1 unit of 3 Blood Crushers, the 5 Blood Crushers with the Herald, and the 1 Beast of Nurgle, with the Great Unclean One getting a bad roll going through that building. And I'll get back to you at the end of Psychic Shooting and Assault, if there is any. Psychic and Shooting phase, Warp Storm didn't really do much. Blood Crushers ran up to there, got Endurance off on this Great Unclean One, and also on this Great Unclean One, and that was it for Psychic. And then Soul Grinder number 1, Battle Cannon, direct hit, killed 1 guy. Soul Grinder number 2, Battle Cannon over here, killed about 5 guys. And that was Demon turn 1.
Solar Auxilia, end of their movement phase. I'm just kind of ignoring this Greater Demon. I know he's going to wreck something. Moved up all around here. Brought my flyer in. Phosphic Bomb, but missed these 2 guys in the middle here. And just moved back with this tank, right? This squad here. On to shooting phase. And I forgot to mention I moved my transport out from under the building here to get a shot off. Okay, end of Solar Auxilia shooting phase. Wasn't quite as productive as I wanted, but it wasn't bad. These guys tanked these wounds really well. There's 1 left on the Herald here. Managed to kill 2 out of this Blood Crusher squad. The Malcador, its Battle Cannon over here, managed to get a couple of Plague Bearers out of that unit. I didn't do anything, I immobilized the Soul Grinder with my plane when it came Put out a lot of shooting here and ended up killing the Beast of Nurgle, and managed to put 4 wounds on the Greater Demon here, which is pretty good. I was hoping to kill it. Yeah, so that's the end of my shooting phase. And it'll be, I don't have assault, so on to Chaos turn 2.
So, Demon turn 2, movement phase. Bloodthirster jumped over from here to behind the Malkador. The other Bloodthirster jumped over here to get a couple of charge options. Plague Bearers moved up, Nurglings moved up, everything just kind of moved up to surround the relic here. Blood Crusher is at the base of the building, going for an assault on some of these units in here. These Blood Crushers and the Beast of Nurgle are pretty close to closing in on these tanks. They don't really have too much more farther back to go. And we'll go into Psychic Phase and Shooting Roundup. So, end of the phase here. In the Psychic Phase, we got triple Endurance off on all 3 Great Unclean ones. But this one perils and took a wound. And then this one also periled, but rolled a 6 and passed his leadership test. Other than that, shooting didn't do much. Killed a few guardsmen here with a battle cannon. The assault base is where I started to make some progress. D-Thirster killed the Malkador with a bunch of hits. And over here, the Medusa is also gone from the other Bloodthirster. On this flank, the Beast of Nurgle and the Blood Crushers made it in on the Leman Russes and destroyed them. Over here, my one Blood Crusher did make it in combat with the command squad here. But unfortunately, with 1 wound left, it just didn't have it in it to hold out. And that's Demon turn 2.
Okay, Guardsman turn 3. I moved up a little bit here with this unit and basically moved back into this building a lot because there's demons all over me. So hopefully I get a good round of shooting off here and murder a bunch. And then I can move on the objective, but I think I'm cutting her pretty late here. Moved over here with the flyer. Moved up with my command squad. Anyways, on to shooting. Okay, end of the Imperial Guard shooting phase. Over here, I got a demolisher shot off from my transport in the corner there, and managed to kill a few of these Blood Crushers, and then with a bunch of other shooting here, managed to kill all the rest except for the Herald, who's still sitting on 1 wound, but seems to be pretty good. Over here with my shooting, I managed to kill the Khorne Bloodletters and 4 of the Plague Bearers there, and I managed to do the last 2 wounds onto this Greater Demon, which was good. And yeah, that's the end of Imperial Guard turn, because I ain't got no assaults.
So, Demon, turn 3, movement. Bloodthirster didn't move very far, just going to try and get rid of this quad mortar. Great Unclean one, Plague Bearers, another Great Unclean one, another Great Unclean one, Bloodslaughterer, all just moved up. Herald of Khorne, he's actually on the 2nd level here, just didn't really want to place him there, and the Beast of Nurgle up here, hopefully take care of 2 units. And that's it for the movement phase. Finish up the Demon turn 3 in the Psychic phase. I got Warp Speed off on this guy here. I did get my Endurance off on a Herald of Khorne, but he is no more. Finally bit the dust. Into the shooting phase, Soul Grinder, 1 shot at the plane, Jinx, save it, save. The one over here shot at the 2 tanks and shook this one. In a combat assaults, this guy assaulted the unit of guardsmen that were right there. Killed them all, and now the last guy is fleeing. Bloodthirster came in and made short work of the quad mortar. Got a 1-inch consolidate straight back. This Great Unclean one made like a 10-inch charge with a double 6 to do 1 hull point on the, what's that thing called? The Dracosan. And it's got 4 hull points left, but it's shaken, so no Demolisher Cannon. And the Beast of Nurgle made it into combat with the autocannons up top. We both did 1 wound to each other. The Herald did make it into this command squad, killed a few guys, but they managed to do the 1 wound they needed back in return. And that is the end of Demon turn 3. Not a lot left, but I am putting some pressure on them.
Okay, Imperial Guard movement phase. These guys jetted over here to get some shots at this Greater Demon. And, yeah, it is as it is right here. Greater Demon's Nurgle all over me, except for that slow one trailing behind. Moved up here to get this squad out of trouble for at least a little bit. Alright. Okay, end of Imperial Guard. Did we do a shooting phase wrap up? No.
This is everything.
Shooting phase and assault phase. So shooting phase, I put all this fire from this unit of veterans, and this unit of veterans, and this unit of veterans, and these 2 tanks on this Greater Demon. I brought him down to 1 wound left. So that's good. And then I moved around here, and then in heroic fashion, this hero charged in, although his squad died, including the banner, which gives me the rerolls on my morale checks. The squad of autocannons actually fled when the Beast of Nurgle won. They haven't rallied yet, but if they do, then that would be pretty epic. And these 2 are left. 2 wounds on my Warlord and 1 on the Beast of Nurgle. Alright, time for Demon's turn 4.
So, Demon movement turn 4. Bloodthirster came over here to assault these 2 Living Russes. Great and Clean One trying to get up there in the building. This guy got a big move through cover, so now he's on the 2nd floor with those guardsmen. This thing's going to try and make it through the gap, try and kill one of these tanks. That guy's still stuck up there in combat. Moved up into the center with everything else. We'll shoot the Soul Grinder, cast a few spells, and do some combat. Demon's turn 5, Psychic phase, I got Warp Speed, Endurance off on that guy, and also Endurance off on the one in there in the building. Shooting phase, shot Battle Cannon up there, killed a few guys, shot a Battle Cannon into the autocannons, killed 2. Combat phase came along, Bloodthirster destroyed those 2 tanks. Great and Clean One charged in here and killed all the veterans up top there. The Force Commander in there finished off the Beast of Nurgle with 1 wound left. The Great Unclean One in the building here killed all those guardsmen, and now they're fleeing and they're on the floor below. Blood Slaughterer made it in there, destroyed the Dracosan, and everyone emergency disembarked out the back. So, not looking too bad going into turn 5. Should have the Relic next turn as well.
Imperial Guard turn 5. All down here. Maybe keep them from getting the objective if I have a good shooting phase, but this Greater Demon is all over me. Brought my plane in here. These guys rallied, and then my commander joined them, and then these guys rallied and just moved back up the floor to shoot at the flag bearers. And yeah, here we go. Guardsmen, turn 5 shooting phase. I managed to actually take out this Greater Demon of Khorne, which was great. It was just the shooting from this squad, which was fantastic. But I shot a bunch over here at this unit, and I did kill the 2 here, but this unit didn't do any casualties, so they're going to grab that objective. I immobilized the walker here, and he's down to 1 hull point. And that is what I did. Okay. Demon turn 5, and then see if the game ends with him holding that objective.
Demon's turn 5. Great Unclean One moved over to try to get an assault on those guys on the 2nd floor. This Great Unclean One moved up here to the top floor to finish off these guys. This one's coming down here to intercept the guys, making a jump for the Relic, and just sitting on the Relic. We'll finish this turn. Sure. Demon's turn 5. Great Unclean One came in here, killed 3. He did 1 move back in return. Passed his moral check. Here on the second floor, Great Unclean One came in, killed 3. He also passes morale check. On the very top, Great Unclean One mopped those guys up. They're now fleeing down there someplace. And he consolidated down to the next floor. These guys sitting on the relic, shooting. I did pretty much nothing. Warp from table was also nothing. So there's turn 5, going into turn 6 for what's left of the guard.
Okay, not much left here. Imperial Guard turn 6. My plane comes in, pops 1. Then with the rest of my shooting, I managed to kill 1 more. He made all the saves. Lost combat here and fled. And the Greater Demon consolidated right there. And yeah, now on to Demon's turn 6.
So, end of the game, turn 6. Still a pretty strong Nurgle presence left over here. End up mopping up the rest of these guardsmen down here. That tank's still alive. And the commander and a few guys are still left up there. Still holding the relic at the end of the game over there. And the Flyers on to 1 hull point. Still got a few big guys left. And been a fun game. I ended up winning 4-1. And yeah, it's been fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoy all the stuff we got here. And hope you watch more of them.